Grief is a complex and multifaceted emotion that extends far beyond the realm of death. It's a powerful force that can grip our hearts, leaving us with a profound sense of loss, sorrow, and emptiness. While death is undoubtedly one of the most significant triggers of grief, it's essential to recognize that grief can manifest in response to a wide range of life experiences and transitions. For example, the end of a romantic relationship or the rupture of a friendship can induce a grief that's every bit as intense as mourning the death of a loved one. The pain of separation, the shattered dreams, and the feeling of losing a part of yourself can be excruciating. Or a diagnosis of a chronic illness or a debilitating injury can trigger a profound sense of grief. The life you once knew may be forever altered, and the mourning process involves not only adjusting to a new reality, but also coming to terms with the loss of your former health. Another might be the end of something, or a transition, like graduating from school, retiring from a career, or moving to a new city, can all bring about feelings of grief. These transitions represent the closing of chapters in our lives, and with that closure often comes a sense of loss. Even your dreams and aspirations can cause grief. Sometimes our dreams and aspirations don't materialize as we had hoped. Whether it's a career goal, an unfulfilled ambition, or a missed opportunity, the gap between what we imagined and what reality offers can be deeply distressing. A change to or a loss of your own identity can also cause this. Major life changes, such as becoming a parent or an empty nester, can disrupt our sense of self. The process of adjusting to these new roles and identities can be accompanied by a sense of loss for who we used to be. Grief can also be experienced in response to environmental losses, such as the destruction of a beloved natural space. Our connection to the world around us can evoke a profound sense of mourning. Experiencing betrayal or deception can be emotionally devastating. Trust is a fundamental element of human connection, and when it's shattered, it can lead to a grieving process. Couples who experience miscarriages or infertility often grapple with deep grief, not only for the loss of a potential child, but also for the dreams and expectations that they had for their family. The death of a beloved pet can be heart-wrenching. We had one of those a few months ago as well. For many, pets are considered part of their family, and their passing can trigger intense grief. Societal changes or shifts in cultural norms can also evoke a sense of grief. The loss of traditions, values, or ways of life can be profound. The common thread in all of these experiences is the emotional response to loss. Grief is a natural and universal human reaction to loss, and it reflects our capacity to form deep attachments and connections. It's a testament to the significance of the things and people we care about in our lives. Grief isn't a sign of weakness. It shows the depth of our emotions and the richness of our experiences. It's a reminder that our hearts are capable of love, connection, and resilience in the face of life's many losses, whether they come in the form of death or other life transitions. By recognizing and honoring our grief, we can begin the healing process and find a path toward acceptance and eventual renewal. I have experienced many significant losses in my life, but I noticed a pattern in how I grieve that began with my first direct loss when I was 18 years old, and every loss since, whether it be human, animal, or anything I mentioned above. I play this ridiculous game of finding ways to make the loss my fault. The mental gymnastics I go through to do this must fascinate my therapists. I start with what-if questions, and then I work backwards from there until I found the solution to how or why I caused the loss, so I can then punish or sabotage myself for it. Obviously, I'm working on that, and the act is much less abusive towards myself as I learn not to do this. I check myself pretty quickly when I see myself doing it. Grief looks so different to each person. It feels different. The process varies in intensity and length. And while some people may experience grief in a more textbook manner, others may question themselves when they don't. When it comes to grief, our minds often resemble a group of unruly monkeys playing a game of emotional hide and seek. And I'm not talking about those cute organized monkeys that you see at the zoo. I'm talking about the kind that somehow managed to get a hold of a typewriter and they're banging on it like they're trying to recreate Shakespeare. Now, what ifs? These little devils are like the pesky mosquitoes at a summer picnic. They're annoying, persistent, and just when you think they've buzzed off, they're back to ruin your day. So imagine this, you're grieving and your brain starts throwing questions at you like a deranged game show host on a caffeine overdose. What if you had spent more time with them? What if you had said something different? What if you had a time machine? Well, we don't have time machines, and if we did, honestly, we would probably misuse them to win the lottery or change our Netflix password. And then there's self-blame. Self-blame is like trying to navigate a maze blindfolded. You keep bumping into walls and it doesn't get you anywhere. You start replaying every moment, every conversation, every questionable fashion choice you've ever made, and you think this must be my fault. But here's the kicker. What ifs and self-blame games aren't just pointless, they're downright exhausting. They're like trying to swim in a pool of quicksand while holding a lead balloon. And they drag you down, and the more you struggle, the deeper you sink. So what is the solution? We need to replace those what ifs with something a bit more constructive. Instead of asking, what if I had done things differently? We should ask, what can I do now to honor their memory? Instead of playing the self-blame game, why not play the self-compassion game? Give yourself a break, because life is a messy, unpredictable adventure, and we're all just doing the best that we can with the information we have at any given moment. Grief is a journey, and it's a journey that doesn't come with GPS. There's no turn left at Regret Street or merge onto Self-Blame Highway. It's more like trying to navigate through a thick fog with nothing but a dim flashlight. But you know what? We're all stumbling through that fog together, and maybe we can find some humor in the absurdity of it all. So we need to throw away the what ifs and self-blame and kind of embrace the messiness of grief, and remember that it's okay to be imperfect, to not have all the answers, and to stumble along the way. As the saying goes, life is what happens when you're busy making plans. And I don't know about you, but I would rather be living in the now, making memories, and maybe wearing a questionable fashion choice or two. If you have any questions about our health and lifestyle coaching packages, please feel free to message the page here or email us at info@beamehealth.ca. I have had some questions about the company, and we aren't just about weight loss. We believe that weight loss is your body settling into your body's ideal size, and that's a side effect of an overall healthy lifestyle, and that includes mental health, which is the most important focus when it comes to losing weight, not diet or exercise. We have many clients who don't need to lose weight. We provide health and lifestyle coaching, classes, and support. I think that's it. So thanks for watching, and have a great day.